Hi, guys, it's Mrs. Ogle. I'm ready to learn with you today, so I hope you're excited. We're going to go ahead and get started. And we start with our first song. It's time to start our day. It's time to start our day. It's time to give a great big cheer and then be on our way. Hooray! All right, it's good to be with you guys today. Let's stand up big and tall. We're going to put our hand on our heart so we can say our Pledge of Allegiance. Are you ready? I hope you're standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job, guys. Go ahead and have a seat for me. You remember our month? We're getting really far into this month. It is April. It's April. And today's number is one of my favorite numbers. It's a 2 and a 0. What do we call that number that's a 2 and a 0? Do you know? Let's count to get there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What's after 19? 20. 20 is a great number. I wonder, can you count all the way to 20? That's a great thing for you and your grown-up to work on today. See if you can count all the way to 20. Bet your grown-up can help you if you need a little help. And I know a lot of you can probably do it all on your own already. If you can't do it yet, you keep practicing. We're going to get there, I promise. Okay, I want to show you a picture. These are my friends. This is George and his friend Robin. They're playing together at the cash register, but George thinks that it should be his turn to play with the cash register. And Robin says, "But I'm not done yet." George is starting to get frustrated. What do you think they could do? Let's think for a minute about some solutions they could use. How can they solve this problem? Because I know that kids like you are great problem solvers. So George says, "She's not sharing. I want it to be my turn." How could they work together? What could they try? Think about what we do sometimes in our classroom. What are some things that we do? Sometimes we set a timer, right? So maybe it could be her turn for a few minutes, and then in a little bit, it could be his turn. Or maybe they can take turns being the customer. They could share, right? Or maybe George could find another toy that he's been using that Robin wants to play with, and they can trade. They could do that, right? So trading is a great choice. Taking turns is a great choice. And sometimes we do just have to wait, don't we? That's another choice. That's a hard one. We don't always like the waiting our turn part. I know that's not my favorite either, but it's important. If Robin was using it first, it's not fair for George to come and say he gets to have a turn right away. Maybe she's not done yet, but maybe he could try to trade or take turns or wait. And when he's waiting, do you think it's an okay idea for him to use a timer? I do too, especially if it looks like maybe they're at school. So at school, we use a timer a lot because we have a lot of friends that want to share and take turns. If you have brothers and sisters at home, you probably have to practice sharing too, don't you? Sometimes we have to share toys. Sometimes we even have to share our grown-ups. You might really want to tell someone in your house a story, but they're talking to your brother or sister right now, and you have to wait. We talked about that last time. Remember, waiting is not easy. While we're waiting, it's a great idea to find things to count to keep us busy, or a small song to sing, or a little game to play. George could do those things while he's waiting for Robin too. Do you think George and Robin can figure it out together? I bet they can. I believe in them. They're smart kids, just like you're smart kids. I bet they can figure it out. All right, I'm excited because we're talking about something new this week. But before we do, I want to start counting with you. You know, when we start counting, we start with the number 1. We're going to count forwards And then we're going to count backwards. And I like counting backwards because it makes me pretend like I'm an astronaut just about to blast off. So we're going to start with the number 1 and we're going to count. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if we were in a spaceship getting ready to blast off into outer space, we would start at 10 and we would count backwards. So we're going to try that today. This time we're going to start right here on the number 10 and we're going to say that number and then it's going to disappear as we're counting down. We call that counting down when we count backwards. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then we would blast off. When we have 0 of something, it means we don't have any left. Look at my hands. I have 0 pieces of candy right now. What do you have 0 of? Maybe you have 0 zebras in your living room. I have 0 giraffes in my backyard. I don't have any. What do you have 0 of? Can you think of something silly that you have 0 of? 0 like zebras? Or 0 cheetahs? Or 0 pickles? I don't have any pickles right now either. 0 is a fun number, but it means we don't have any. So tell your grown-up, what is something that you have 0 of? That's kind of a fun thing to think about because we can pretend. All right, this week we're going to talk about farm animals. I love farm animals. There are so many great things that happen on our farms. Do you know if we didn't have farms, we wouldn't have food? Our farmers are so important because they make sure that there's always food for us at the grocery store. So farms are really important. I want to talk a little bit about some of these farm animals. Today, we're going to start with, do you know what that word says? It starts with a C. So it's going to say k, k. What was one of those animals we just saw that starts with a C? Cows. We're going to talk about cows. Now, boy cows are called bulls, and they usually have 2 big horns, right? Boy cows are called bulls. Girl cows are called heifers, and this is a picture of a girl cow, like a heifer. Girl cows can give us milk. So girl cows have right here something called an udder. When they have babies, the babies drink the milk from their udders. And when the babies don't need the milk anymore, the farmer can get it and use it to make lots of yummy food for people. We use milk to make lots of great things. I'm going to show you some pictures of things that we can use milk to make. Any food that is made from milk, we call dairy. We call it dairy food. Are you ready? So here's a picture of milk, right? We get milk from cows. What else do we get from milk? Well, milk can be turned into butter or yogurt. In our house, we eat a lot of yogurt. I've got 3 kids and they love yogurt. Yogurt comes from milk too. We also get cheese from milk. That's another one that we like a lot in our house. And one of my favorites, Mrs. Ogle really likes this one, is ice cream. Those are all foods that we would call dairy because they start with milk. And then we can turn them into something different. If we didn't have cows, we wouldn't have cheese. If we didn't have cheese, we couldn't eat pizza. That would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Or you might not have your favorite ice cream treats or milk to drink with your cereal. Cows are an important animal to making sure that we have a healthy diet, and diet is what we call the foods that we eat. We need all of these animals to help make sure we have a healthy diet. All right, I want to show you what we've got right now. We have butterflies. We have 3 butterflies so far. This is just a picture. This isn't a live video. This chrysalis right here has turned dark. I hope that means that butterfly will come out today. Now this one right here is still pretty light. So he hasn't, I don't know, he might be another day or so before he's ready to come out. But you can count one butterfly here, one butterfly here. I don't know where the third one was in this picture, but he's in there, I promise. You can't see it really well because my butterflies are inside of a net until I let them out. Probably tomorrow I'm going to try to let them out. So I put a picture up here. These are what our butterflies look like when their wings are open. When I release those butterflies, I am going to make sure that we have a video that you can see of those butterflies flying away. It has to be a nice spring day. We've had a couple of really good spring days. I won't let them go in the morning. It would be too cold and their wings wouldn't work right. I'm hoping if I let them go late in the morning tomorrow or maybe in the afternoon time, that they'll be ready to take off and fly. Do you see what my butterflies are eating? They like to eat orange slices. Mrs. Ogle likes to eat orange slices too. In fact, I just shared an orange with my butterflies. Would you believe that? I really did. I opened up an orange, I ate a few slices, and then I traded them out because oranges get dry pretty quick. So I took out these oranges right here just a few minutes ago, and I put in some fresh orange slices, and two of my butterflies were so excited they went right to it. They can smell those yummy oranges. If you watched my video yesterday, you might know that butterflies have something called do you remember the word? Proboscis. A proboscis. It's a little bit like a nose and it's a little bit like a straw, but they use it. It's long, comes right off their face, and they can dip it inside of things like an orange and get some of that sweet juice. Butterflies use a lot of energy flapping their wings all the time, so they really need sugary drinks and sugary foods. So oranges, watermelons, bananas, they love fruits. They really like wild flowers too with bright, pretty colors. But for right now, they're sharing oranges and bananas with the Ogles at my house. All right, I've got a new story. We're going to read a story a little bit about being on the farm. It's called Who Wakes Rooster? Who Wakes Rooster? So let's look at this page. This is the title page or the cover of my book. It says, Who Wakes Rooster? Who do you think the book is going to be about? Who do you think? Is it going to be about a dinosaur? No, not a dinosaur. Do you think it will be about a butterfly? Nope, no butterflies in this book. It's about Rooster, but it's about a lot of other animals and people that live on the farm too. I'm going to get started reading. Some of the pages give you a clue about the next character that will show up on the next page. So if you're listening, if you've got those listening ears turned on, I bet you can figure out who's coming next on a lot of these pages. Are you ready? It should be morning, but it's eerie dark. Everything is quiet. Too quiet. Bounce isn't barking. Where is Bounce? What kind of animal do you think Bounce is? Bounce isn't barking. Where is Bounce? Dozing in his doghouse, peacefully dreaming because Miranda isn't meowing. Where is Miranda? Can you figure out what kind of animal Miranda would be? Gives us some good clues. I bet you can figure them out. Miranda purring in her pillow on the back porch swing because Norman isn't neighing. Where is Norman? Poised in the pasture, perfectly still because Pugs isn't snoring. Where is Pugs? Stretched out in the straw next to his trough because Molly isn't mooing. Where is Molly? Snoozing in her stall with her tail sweeping because Pa isn't milking. Where is Pa? Bundled in his blanket because there's no smell of toast and tea. Where is the smell of toast and tea? There is no smell of toast and tea because Mother isn't cooking. Where is Mother? Snuggled in her soft sheets because Rooster isn't crowing. Where is Rooster? Tucked in his tail feathers, fast asleep because the sun isn't shining. Where, oh, where is the sun? There it is, trapped behind thick, dark clouds. Hurry, son, wave those clouds away with your golden arms and let the morning come. The sun shines and rooster crows. The tea kettle whistles as mother makes toast. Pa flings off his blanket and flies to the barn. Molly moos as her milk begins to flow. Pugs gives a snort and gobbles his slop. Norman neighs and trots to his feed pail. Miranda stretches and meows for milk. Bounce barks and no one is quiet. But me. I let mother think that her kisses wake me. Oh, that's a sweet story. There were a lot of animals and characters in that barn story, weren't there? Lots of people and animals on the farm. And remember, farms are really important because they're what give us the food that we need. Yep, it's important that we can take good care of those animals and that we're really glad and grateful to our farmers who help us. They make sure we've got food. All right. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a different farm animal. We're going to do farm animals most of this week, I think. And then before too much longer, we're going to talk about some of the plants and the way plants and flowers grow. I love that because I love science. And when I talk about plants and flowers, I get to play in the dirt. And maybe you'll get to play in the dirt too. I hope so. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, before I go, I have a challenge for you. I want you to go around your house and see how many windows do you have. And then, I don't know if you've seen this, some people in our neighborhood are putting hearts in their windows. They're using construction paper to cut out hearts and put them up in their windows. Maybe that's something you and your grown-up could do together today. So how many windows do you have, and can you find a way to decorate them? Now, my daughter, she decorated these windows with paint and tape, but that may not be the right choice in your house. So you'll have to check with your grown-up. Maybe you could color a picture and hang it in your window. Or maybe you can cut out hearts and other shapes and put them in your window. Talk to your grown-up about a fun way to see if you can decorate. And if you do, I would love to see a picture of what you got done today, okay? I'm going to say goodbye for now. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.